So let's go over some frequently asked questions, maybe a question you may have. And one of them might be, can you take pre-workout on an empty stomach? I actually recommend that you do take a pre-workout on an empty stomach because pre-workouts are designed to be used on the spot. It's not meant to be used and then you work out 2 hours later. You're supposed to drink it and your stomach, those ingredients will get past your digestive system to be absorbed quickly by your liver. So a lot of ingredients are designed to be used and absorbed on an empty stomach. If you do want to take it with food, you could. It just depends on your preference and how it reacts with you. If you experiment, you'll find out what works best for you. But I honestly recommend taking it on an empty stomach. That way, all the ingredients get absorbed really quickly. Within half an hour to an hour, you're ready to go work out. You don't need to wait for anything to activate or anything like that. Everything has taken place because it does take time to digest even with an empty stomach. But if you are taking it with food, you could, but just keep in mind, if you're taking it too close to bedtime or the evening, it may affect your sleep and it may take longer to digest those pre-workouts. And that may be the reason why it doesn't hit you so hard, is because when you're taking a pre-workout on a full stomach, it takes longer to activate fully, and that way the energy may come at different levels at different times. It changes the experience a little bit, to say the least. So I normally go work out in the gym, empty stomach, no food, and I usually have a pre-workout in the morning, and I just go straight to the gym after an hour. So you could do that. So, or you could have a meal or a protein shake and then have your pre-workout when your stomach feels close to empty. But this leads me to the next question. When should you take your pre-workout? Ideally, half an hour to an hour before your workout. I don't recommend taking it while you're working out because some ingredients can be heavy and it may cause nausea. It's not designed to be used during your workout. It's designed to be used before your workout. So use it as instructed. There's some instructions on the pre-workout. It'll tell you how much to use and when. Are pre-workouts safe? For the most part, yes. You have to be smart about it though. You can't use the same pre-workout and expect different results every time. And you can't take pre-workouts continuously without taking a break or without tapering it down somehow. But pre-workouts are generally safe, but you just have to have some knowledge, some basic knowledge about the caffeine, and that way you're not overdoing it with caffeine or anything like that, because you could die from caffeine itself. That's an ingredient that's widely consumed by a lot of people, and there has been emergencies involving caffeine alone. So pre-workouts, imagine that, a cocktail of stimulants. You just have to be careful and you have to understand how the ingredients work and affect you, especially the stimulants and not only the caffeine. Do you need a pre-workout if you are a beginner? You could just drink coffee. That could be your pre-workout. It's fine, but you don't really need a pre-workout at any level. It's just designed for people to push themselves further and beyond and to sustain that intensity for a longer period of time. So if you are working out fine, you don't need a motivation and your energy is up there and sustained the whole time, then that's fine. You don't need a pre-workout. But if you're finding yourself with money and you want to improve your workouts, then get a pre-workout, right? It's as simple as that. But a fat burner as well, it could be pill-based. Like a pre-workout doesn't have to be powder-based. Can pre-workouts make you fail a drug test? Unfortunately, yes, drug tests can be failed with pre-workouts, but the thing is that drug tests are doing a surface level test. So, for example, DMAA, this is a amphetamine-like stimulant, which isn't an amphetamine, but it could trigger a false positive on a drug test. So you just have to ask your coach or your drug testee, or you have to read the rules about what's allowed, what's not allowed. But basically, if you want to be safe, you just don't use pre-workout 24 to 48 hours before your test, and you should be fine. But if you're an athlete, then you have to get a pre-workout, and you're a drug tested athlete, then you have to get a pre-workout that's designed for athletes, because it'll say like safe for sports, now banned by the DA, which is the World Anti-Doping Agency. You just have to make sure that you're following your rules when it comes to, it's basically like anything in life. You have to read the rules. You have to make sure there's nothing going against those rules. Are there any natural alternatives to pre-workouts? Yes, there's plenty. There's coffee, there's tea, there's mushrooms. Mushrooms, as I said, cordyceps is a major energy booster, stamina booster, endurance enhancer. It's such an amazing ingredient. If I could take anything for energy and I could only choose one thing, cordyceps, no doubt. It's incredible how well it increases energy without being a stimulant. So yeah, there are natural alternatives to pre-workouts. You don't have to take something with stimulants. And can you mix pre-workouts together? So you can, but you have to be careful you're not combining 2 stimulant pre-workouts together. Otherwise, you have to make sure you're getting way less than the full serving to ensure you're not maximizing or going over your limit for the recommendations in terms of safety and your health for caffeine levels. So you can mix pre-workouts. Sometimes people mix pre-workouts because one doesn't have stimulants and it's based for pumps. It's a nitric oxide boosting pre-workout. With a stimulant-based pre-workout, they usually mix them. Even if they are different flavors, usually pre-workout flavors go well together no matter what they are. It could be a fruit flavored. Usually pre-workouts are fruit flavored anyway, so mixing them together is just like mixing fruits. There's no reason why you can't, other than mixing stimulant-based pre-workouts. So yes, you can mix pre-workouts, and you can also mix it with creatine. Creatine can be taken at any time. You don't need to take it at a specific time, specific day. You just take creatine anytime and it works. So hopefully this helped you out. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I'm always around to answer them, and I'll try to help you as much as possible. And I'll probably make a video about something you asked me. So it really helps if you do ask me. That way I'll know if maybe there's other people who are wondering the same thing. There's no such thing as a dumb question either. So please just ask me anything and I'll be happy to answer it. And hopefully this helps you though. Let me know what you think of this video and the setup and everything.